Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 53. It's the Podiversary kickoff. Woo woo. Do a little happy dance in my chair. The Podiversary officially kind of happens over the weekend, so we're going to do it in two parts. This episode is going to be the kickoff, where I will show you the prizes, I will open some threads, and you can enter what you want to try to win. So if there's something that you're like, nah, not really my thing, you don't have to enter for it. It's cool. Feelings aren't hurt, because I don't want to send you something you don't want. And then we'll close it out next week before I record. So you'll have from the time I'm done recording this, while I'm waiting for this to upload, I'll probably open up the prize threads, and you have a full week. So I will close the threads shortly before I sit down and pull the winners. So next week will be the Podiversary wrap-up. I guess I need to acknowledge something off the bat, and I wasn't sure how to do this, because I know a lot of people have no idea what's going on. But I feel like I have to, and I'm sorry if everyone is so sick of hearing about it and just wants the drama to be over. But as you know, there's someone going on talking bad about other people, other podcasters. And at this point, it has affected several people. It's a form of bullying, which is totally not okay in any way, shape, or form. And I totally feel horrible for Mel, single-handed knitter, and everything she's going through. And my heart just breaks for her. But it also breaks for the people who have had fingers pointed at them, singling them out, because some of those people are my friends. Very dear friends of mine who I VKN with all the time and have never heard them say a bad word about anybody. So it saddens me the whole way around. There, at this point, are lots of victims, and I feel like not saying anything because everyone's kind of on a witch hunt about it. Like, oh, which podcaster was talking bad about all the other ones? Well, just to put it out there, it wasn't me. So, you know, because that's like the first thing is when they're like, well, a podcaster was saying something bad about another one. All I can think of is, oh my God, please nobody think it was me. Because that would be horrifying to me. I tell it to you like it is. I'm that way in real life, and I don't see the need to talk bad about anybody because it gets you nowhere. So, like I said, my heart goes out to everybody who is caught up in the mess, for people who are turning off to podcasters because of the drama, and for those who have chosen not to podcast recently because they are hurt by all of this. And it really just breaks my heart, and I had to say something, and I'm sorry for those of you who don't want to hear about it or are sick of it at this point. But I had to. I had to say my thing, but I also am going to say that we're going to have fun today. No one's going to get me down. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. Some people just aren't nice. I've gotten nasty emails, I've got nasty PMs, and it hurts. Because I am just as human as the other person on the side of the screen. That you're sitting there right now watching me. So it sucks. But at the same time, I love doing this because I love those of you who have come to me and made comments in the group that are positive and fun, and who PM me just to say, hey, great episode, I just love watching you. That is why I do this, because there are so many people out there that I feel I've made a connection with, or people out there who don't have knit groups to go to, who watch us podcasters to have someone to knit along with. So I'm doing this for all of you who are out there being the wonderful people that you are, still tuning in. So, back to the show. All the drama out of the way. Take a deep breath. Go. Drama free now. Podiversary prizes. Woo! I'm excited. So, we have 6 prizes to give away. So, the first prizes we're going to do are the prizes that have been donated or that I've pulled from my stash And we have 3 of those, and then I'm going to give away 3 samples. So, because some people are interested in winning samples and some people aren't. Because I don't have a whole lot of samples left. I make sure I keep at least 1 from every design I have. Some I have 2 if there's like special meaning or someone sends me special yarn and I made one on the side. So, I tried to go through, and I have kids, and the kids run off with them, and then you don't want something that my kids have drug all over my house, and, you know. So, first off, the first prize that you can win, that you can enter, is this fabulous Girl Cave bag. I love it, with the lemons, and it's a wedge bag, so it's a lemon wedge bag. Anyways, it's absolutely fabulous. I love the fabric that's inside, and of course, the fabric on the outside that inspired my whole retro lemon thing, because I'm a bit obsessed with this fabric. You people have no idea how obsessed I am and how much it's used in my home, and I have a whole bolt of it stored away because I'm terrified I'll want to make something with it, and then it'll be discontinued. So, and then inside the bag is a Lolo bar sample. So, this fabulous prize will be up for grabs. Like I said, it will have its own thread. If you're interested, you know, just, I don't know, think of something to post in there. Is there a favorite podcast moment of yours? A favorite episode? Something you like that I talk about or show? Yeah, just something. Not picky. Second prize up for grabs. Prize number 2. Is a beautiful skein of Desert Vista Dye Works in the Ladybug colorway, and I bought this originally with the thought of eventually giving it away for a prize. The kind of Podiversary was kind of in my mind. So, I guess you'd say it's technically from my stash, but like I said, I had pretty much almost always had the intention of giving it away. Part of the reason I wanted to give this away is because the Ladybug colorway was a colorway that I inspired for Desert Vista Dye Works. So I thought, well, this will be fun. It is a fingering weight. You get 490 yards. That's awesome. You could make a really kick-butt hitchhiker with this. I totally think it should be enough yardage. And it is 100% superwash merino, so you could make socks with it as well. So I used the self-striping to make socks for myself at the end of last year, and the colors are beautiful. The yarn washes up so well. I absolutely just love this. The base she uses, her colors I always think are phenomenal. So that is Desert Vista Dye Works in the Ladybug colorway. Yay! Okay, now the last gift or prize was like gifted to me from Tangled, the online magazine, and I kind of will talk about them a little more in a minute. Anyways, so they sent this. I did not know they were sending this. Like I said, it'll come. I'll explain a little more. So anyways, it says share needles, which normally you tell people you don't share needles, but knitting needles you can share, and it's cute little knitting needles and balls of yarn. But okay, I only have one of these, so there's only one size, and it's a medium. And it's like, I think it's a little medium. It's like a lady's fitted medium. So, all I can say is only enter for this if it's going to fit you. You, that is. Don't think, oh, I can win it and give it to a friend. I mean, I guess you could. I can't stop you. But I'd love a picture of the winner in the shirt. I think that would be awesome. So, trust me, I wish I could offer it in like every size. I didn't keep it for myself because frankly, it doesn't fit me. I don't know if or when it'll ever fit me. So, I'm handing it off to those of you who can fit into it as a prize. So, I'm sorry for all of those who are not mediums like myself. So, but I thought someone in the knitting community would really love it. So then I have samples I'm giving away. The first sample is, it's Nicole, the Notorious Octopus, in this beautiful lime green. she can be yours if your number's picked by the random generator. And then I'm going to give away a Molly the Turtle, who is featured in the Knit Picks, on the Knit Picks website, in the Knit Picks pattern that was issued by Knit Picks. She is made out of Knit Picks. And then, lastly but definitely not least, is Little Piggy Piggy. Priscilla the Persnickety Pig. I figure if you didn't make one yourself, but you still like piggies, maybe you're not a toy person per se, you can win yourself a piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy butt. I love big butts. They're the cutest. Big butt. So, those are the prizes. 6 fabulous prizes. I think I might have one more that I will post a thread in. I will probably number them, like Podiversary prize number 1, and then I'll put in the description what it is, because that is the order I'm going to pull for the numbers. You can win 1 prize, and if your number gets pulled again, then I'll re-pull. So, because there's lots of viewers, and there's lots of group members, and I want to give everybody a fair shot to try to win 1 prize. And like I said, if there's something you're not interested, you just don't, you don't enter for it. Simple as that. So, knit-alongs, our cable knit-along, there was like almost 60 entries. I think there was like 58 or 59 entries in the cable knit-along. That is awesome. I'm so proud of you all for doing your cable thing. So we have prizes for that as well that were both donated. First up is the Yarn Pirate. This yarn was donated, I was like thinking of the word, donated by Diane, who is DP Temple. And it is this fabulous Yarn Pirate. It says Cosette. I don't know if that's the color or the base. So, I couldn't tell you. Because there's no other name on it. So, I'm thinking it's the color. Anyways, it is Superwash Merino Tencel. You get 365 yards of a beautiful fingering weight. So, a huge thank you again to Diane. And then, love this. You get a beautiful skein of Sock Bunny Studios. Oh Happy Day on the Sunshine base. So it's bright pops of a real crisp like green and a little bit of lemony yellow and a little bit of natural, and it has sparkles. So a huge, huge thank you to Kimberly, who is Sock Bunny of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast, for sending this as a prize. I so appreciate it, Kimberly. And then she has a button that goes with that. I think I have like some books down here, and I think it's sitting down on one of the books. But it'll definitely go out with the yarn, I promise. So, okay, knit-alongs, prizes, all that's covered. I had one FO this week, and you don't get to see it because I finished it up and I sent it out to the recipient who texted me today, and she got it. So I made a Nicole the Notorious Octopus out of Dancing Dog Dye Works Monster in the Lily Pads, and I will try to remember to put a picture here. And she got it today, so I'm so excited. It was for Michelle of Dancing Dog Dye Works. She sent me my Valentine's box of goodies early, and so then I'm like, crap, I gotta get hers out to her on time. So I was hoping she'd get it no later than tomorrow, but she got it today because tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and we don't do anything special for Valentine's Day. There's no romantic dinners or flowers or chocolates. Okay, usually there's chocolates, but I told my husband no chocolates this year because I can't eat them. So I told him, I was like, you know, if you really wanted to try to impress me, you could get me some flowers. I'm not talking like roses or anything. A cheap bouquet would still be like, oh. We'll see. I doubt he will. I love my husband dearly, but he's not the romantic type like that with flowers. And I think the last time I got flowers was like 10 years ago. At least from him. Other people have sent me flowers. So, works in progress. Okay, I did not work on my cowl that I've working on with my Downton Abbey yarn. Because now I see there is a Downton cowl out there, and I love it. It was already in my queue. I don't know what I was thinking. I missed it somehow. I think it's because the Downton Abbey yarn is a sport weight, and the pattern calls for a DK, and I'm like, can I make it work? I guess I can just do a gauge and make it work, but then it'll be kind of loose, and I don't know what to do. Because I'm really not liking the cowl that I'm doing now, because the cables totally get lost in the yarn, because it's so variegated. So I'm torn. I really have no idea what to do. So it's in timeout until I think of something. So this is my Clio. In my project page, it's called my Zombie Clio. It is for the Stockinette Zombies Retreat knit-along, official knit-along that's going on. And it's kind of crammed on here because I think this is a 40-inch needle, and this is definitely going to be longer than 40 inches. And look at that beautiful variegated. I love this so much. Yeah, and that's the front. So you have black with little bits of gray, pops of purple, lime green, and white. I really love this. And it's called Stockinette Zombies by Dancing Dog Dye Works on the twist base. So the shawl is worked garter stitch. And you cast on a bazillion and one stitches, I swear. And then you taper it down. You do short rows and, oh no. Okay, it's a good thing I saw this, and I wish I had a stitch marker because you probably won't be able to see it. I lost a stitch or something, but it's totally a, yeah, I missed a stitch. I think when I was knitting, I knit into the wrong loop or something, and yeah, it's totally obvious. It's like one little stockinette stitch in all of this garter. I only really had time to knit like after the kids get to bed because I have so much energy and I'm getting so much done around the house. You can't probably tell if you were to like come to my house and you've been here before, you'd be like, what the? But I've gotten a lot done, and I don't have a whole lot of time to knit. So I'm usually really, really tired when I knit. Now that's driving me nuts. Luckily, it's not too far down. Like I said, I still wish I had a stitch marker right now so I could like drop it down or mark where it is so I can drop it down and fix it. Anyway, so this part is done, the top part. So now I have to go, and there's some special stitch you have to do. It's like this weird chain thing I've never heard of before and I've never done. And I'm kind of nervous about doing it just because I'm like, this was supposed to be an easy knit. Like looking at the pattern, you're like, oh yeah, easy. I can totally whip that out in no time. No, not turning out that way. So now I have this like special chain thing I have to do, and then I will switch over from the Stockinette Zombie colorway to the Zombie Chartreuse colorway. So, this will be the lace. There's like a lace panel in here. And then you go, and it's really weird, at least I thought it was weird, because you have all this garter stitch. You do the lace and the solid, and then you do a few rows of stockinette. Now, I would have thought you would have done garter so it would have matched, because you switch back to the variegated and do stockinette. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then there's kind of like a lacy edge that you do last. And this will probably take me forever. Like, I feel like all of a sudden I've become a slow knitter. Or not a very productive knitter, I should say. I'm not any slower, I guess, doing it. I just don't have as much time as I used to do it. I don't want to say I've lost my mojo either. I just feel like there's so much other stuff that has to be done. Like, I feel like knitting just isn't as much of a priority as it used to be. But I'm still getting it done. It will be done. At least in time for the retreat, because I don't know if there's a deadline for the Stockinette Zombies knit along. And even if you're not going to the retreat, you're still allowed to knit along. Why not, right? So my other works in progress is something new I cast on. And it is my vitamin D. I am knitting it I don't remember who did the Clio, and I don't remember off the top of my head who did the vitamin D. Deepest apologies to the designers, because I know if I watch and somebody's like, yeah, I knit this little stuffy, I can't remember who it's by, I'm always like, me, it was by me. Not that I'm saying I think the designers are watching, but they could be, I don't know. Deepest apologies, though. I don't have the printout in here. It's in the other room at my chair. So, anyways, the vitamin D in Madeline Tosh Light in the window pane colorway. I feel like I've been knitting on this quite a bit, and I still have like a ton left. So I love this. It is just like the perfect shade of aqua, and it's more tonal than, well, okay, I don't know if tonal is the word. Semi-solid, I think that would be a better description, because I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can definitely see like where it gets a little lighter and a little darker. So this is work top down. This is the back. It has like these little eyelets, and then there's the sleeve, which is solid, and more little eyelets in the front. Now, I am knitting this on a size 4, which is what the pattern calls for. I got gauge with the 4. So that I was quite excited about, because I really didn't want to have to go down to a 3, because I'm already on, I'm knitting a sweater out of fingering weight yarn. That blows my mind, because I know other people do it all the time, but I have never. I like want to knit sweaters out of like bulky yarn and Aran weight yarn, and preferably no smaller than worsted weight yarn. My last sweater was DK, but it still is a huge difference from this. So I was glad to hit gauge. I was afraid of going up to a 5 and it being too open. This definitely, my stitches are not really tight. It's definitely going to be a thin, lightweight, breezy cardigan. But I think it's going to drape amazingly. So I've never knit with the Madeline Tosh Light before. It is a single ply, and I find it enjoyable to work with. I was a little apprehensive, and the only single plies I've ever knit with before is the the Malabrigo Worst. Yeah, didn't like it. It's soft and all, but it pills like crazy, and it's almost impossible to frog any part of it because it sticks together. But so far, this has been amazing. I was watching TV and it was late, and I got to one of these eyelet rows. So you start, you do the front, and I did the eyelets, and then I hit the sleeve, which is stockinette. Well, I just stayed in stockinette mode, so I missed a whole row of eyelets for the back and the other side, and then I had turned it, purled my way back before I noticed it. So I pretty much had to go and tink back 2 rows. So I started it. So this is an unofficial knit along with Megan of the Stockinette Zombies and Annette, who is a Net 18 on Plurk and Ravelry. And there's someone else who's doing it too, that I can't say I know the other person very well. I think they're on my Plurk, maybe? I don't know. I'm so bad with names too. So I'm so excited. I have it started. I would like to have it done by the time I go to the Knitpocalypse retreat, in case I need a light breezy cardi. So that's it for my works in progress. I was going to talk about Tangled. So I got an email from Tangled, who is hosting right now my Stanley and Sophie robots, or as they call them, toy robot stuffies. And I hope they put this out there by now. I didn't ask. Anyways, they are going to cease publication in like 6 months. Okay, didn't see that coming. So they wanted to know, to confirm my address and everything so they can send back my samples. So I did get back they're not the originals. These are the samples that were sent to Tangled. They are the ones featured in the pictures on their website. And they're the same pictures in my project page as well, because they let me totally slurp the pictures from them. So I got Stanley and Sophie back. So it was in the package when they sent back Stanley and Sophie that they stuck the shirt. Like, I totally didn't know the shirt was coming, and they stuck that in there because they didn't like ask for a size or anything. I didn't know. So I'm kind of happy to have them back because they're the original samples. I keep calling them the original. They are the official. They're the official samples. And it was kind of sad to send them off because, like I said, I always like to keep one of the samples. Well, since I only made these 2, that was it. I had the originals, which are right here. See, so they kind of have twins of each other. The only difference is these ones' buttons are a bit wonky. Let's see. I got better at sewing on the buttons on the second try. See, this one's buttons are a bit wonky. So I think the originals, not the official from the ones, I'm keeping those are me. I think I know, because I don't want to split them up necessarily because I feel like they need to be together. But I think I know 2 people who would like these, and so they would in a way be together. So we'll see. But I think these will be mailed out to a couple very special people. And Yarny Goodness, I didn't think I was going to have any Yarny Goodness, and then the mail came early, and I was like, woo. So I got my Dancing Dog Dye Works in the I Chihuahua colorway with a chili red mini. And it's so funny because it keeps throwing me off. The label is normally on the bigger variegated skein, and this time it ended up on the little one, which is fine. I love this. Now, I was kind of torn because this was a pre-order. Each month, Dancing Dog Dye Works has been doing at least one pre-order, and it was so hard to pick because there was the I Chihuahua, and then there was the vintage Valentine's Day colorway or something like that, which was red with like all these pastel-y colors. And I'm normally not like a pastel person at all, but the yarn had red with these pastel. It was gorgeous. And I was so torn, but I had really been wanting the I Chihuahua, and this is very boy-friendly. Having little boys, I want stuff that's boy-friendly. And the other stuff, to me, definitely looked more girl. I mean, it just did. Nothing wrong in admitting that. But this has bright pops of blue and lime green, which I love, and oranges. And it's like and this isn't like orange, it's like a reddish, like an orangey red, kind of. Anyways, I love it. I just love these so much. I totally wish I could have gotten both, but it's not like I have a shortage of Dancing Dog Dye Works, let's be honest. So I have no spinning. I have nothing on the bobbin, nothing spun up, but I did get some fiber goodness. So I caught a Into the World update because I was going to skip it. I was really going to skip it. But I was able to score. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's like Sturrenschnat or something like that. Anyways, it is an extra of the Starry Night club colorway. Because if she has extras, they're put up for grabs and only club members can buy them. So since I'm a club member, and the reason I bought an extra, because I totally would have been happy with one, is that when my son saw it in the bag, because it doesn't come braided up when you're in the club. It just comes as one long strip that they cram in the bag, which is fine. Because I know they have lots of club members, so I'm sure it takes more time to braid it all. And it's so pretty when you get to do this with it. my son, who loves blue, saw this, and he loves blue and yellow and orange together. And needless to say, he totally went and snatched it up from me. I'm trying to get it, I guess I'll do it a little looser. Nope, the colors still bump into each other. I was trying to get them so like the yellows would spread out more. So I had to get an extra because he was like carrying this around. He goes, "This is mine." I said, "What are you going to do with it?" He's like, "It's mine. You're going to spin it for me and make me something out of it, but it's mine." So I'm like, well, I was kind of wanting, like I kind of already, I don't know, I had a plan or something for it, I don't know. But I was wanting to make something for me out of it. And he was like, "Nope, it's mine." So I'm like, okay, the pushover that I am, right? And it was playful. I mean, he wasn't being demanding and bratty. But, so he loved it so much that I decided to get a second braid of it so I can make both of us something. And then they have, Into the World usually always has at least 2 coordinating colors, sometimes on a rare occasion 3. So, since he loves blue, and it's called Call Box, which is a Doctor Who reference, because you know I am a really big Whovian. I really, really am. Big Doctor Who nerd. So, with him liking blue and it being called Call Box, I had to grab it. Because otherwise, I totally could have let this slide. There was a yellow as well, but it's the same yellow that I got with one of the other club colorways. It's just on a different base, and I couldn't justify spending the money to buy something I already had, even if it was on a different base. So I just thought, well, he likes blue, so I'll do this with this, and all will be well. And then, of course, Into the World, when you buy from the shop, I can't say I've gotten one every time, but I think most of the time, they always send you these wee little samples, and it's not much. It's like a fraction of an ounce. But I got Abercrombie and the Superwash BFL, which I have this, I think, in Superwash Merino. And I haven't spun it yet because I'm slightly intimidated because I know the Superwash Merino is really slippery. And I'm really not that good of a spinner. But it is gorgeous. I like this colorway, even though I'm not really a pink person either. I like pink and brown together. And this is so soft. So what I'm going to do, and I know some people will think it's nuts, when they send these little samples, like I said, it's not much. It's just a tiny little bit. But it lets you try something maybe you haven't tried, or see a colorway in person. I'm just going to save these up, and then when I get enough to actually make, like, spin it and make something, I'm just going to spin all the different fibers, all the different colorways together, and it's going to come out one big ball of crazy, and I think it's going to be fun. So, that's it. I so wish I had more to show. What can I say? But there's all kinds of fun giveaways. Like I said, I might have another prize or 2 that I will just add to the thread. So go and check it out. I'll try to make sure I post pictures of everything in the first post for the thread so you know exactly what you're trying to win. I'm excited. Podiversary, a whole year. I'm totally just baffled sometimes when I think about it. A whole year. It's exciting to me. I'm like, you know, I didn't know what to expect starting to do this. I just wanted to share what I was doing, and it's kind of hard sometimes because when you're a designer, especially when you design a specific thing, like I do toys, but I don't always knit toys. Toys are not all that I knit. So I kind of wanted to share that and get you involved, and it's fun, and I've had so much fun. So this is normally where I would say goodbye, but, and disclaimer as usual, if you do not want to go and hear more, a little bit about food and workouts and stuff like that, just go ahead and tune me off, and I will see you next week. But I got such a huge response to last week's episode. Like, people were like, I want to hear more. So I'm just going to do a little bit today. It's not going to take as long as last week, but I just figure what I'm going to do from now on, it's not going to be something regular that I'm going to do every week, but when I find stuff that I find is working for me or that I love, I'm just going to let you know about it real quick. So, everyone loved, avalanche. Everyone loved the workout part last week, and crap, I left the workout DVDs on my desk. So, okay, hold tight 1 minute. I'm going to go grab them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I tried a couple new videos this week. Well, I guess more than a couple. I tried 3. So, last week I told you all about the sweat into the oldies, right? So I love one. It's a short 40-minute workout, or a shorter 40-minute workout. Number 2, well-rounded. You do, cardio, aerobics, you do some arm stuff with weights, you do floor exercises, love it. Did 3, not so hot. I just felt, you couldn't always see people's feet, it moved fast, I felt like I got lost a lot. So I decided to give 4 a try this week. So went into the oldies 4, because I felt it needed a shot too. I haven't done 5 yet, but 5, this was done in 1992. So into the oldies 5 wasn't done until 2009. So 17 years later, would that be right? Yeah. So years and years later, he did 5. Dropped it. I felt it was well produced. You could see everyone's feet. You could always see what everyone was doing. But it went really fast. Like, I had a hard time keeping up. Like, I didn't get lost because I couldn't tell what was going on. I was getting lost because I just couldn't move that fast. So, and then the music, it's more Motown, which I love Motown. I love oldies. We have a really great oldies station in Cleveland, the Cleveland area. I don't live in Cleveland, but close enough. So I get the Cleveland station, and it's an oldie station, and I love it. They don't play as much early 60s as I would like, but, but it opens up, and they bring in this big gospel choir to do shout. Okay, it's just not my thing. I didn't grow up, with gospel music and hearing it a lot. So it kind of, it was too much for me. I was feeling, it was a little overwhelming. And then the production, especially the first 2, it was very, in my opinion, the stage setting was a very inviting thing. Like, the first one, it was in a high school gym. And it was seriously, a high school gym or so that they rented and did this. This is a big sound stage. So it's huge. It's this great big huge stage. And when they show side shots, it's just black. With you see the light shining down. Because the place is so huge, and it just didn't have that warm and inviting feel to it, to me. There was one song I didn't know. What was it? Up the Ladder to the Roof. The rest of the music I knew. I don't know Up the Ladder to the Roof. So that kind of, I don't know, when I didn't know the song, and you're used to knowing all the songs, kind of threw me off a little as well. Otherwise, the rest of the songs were good. Like I said, I just really had to work to keep up. By the end of it, I was doing better. Like I said, I didn't really care for the shout, because like I said, it was the gospel, and it was just too much for me. It was over the top, even a little bit over the top for the Richard Simmons I know and love. With all the other videos, they're just not this produced and this big of a production, and it was just a little much for me. Like I said, it was a good workout. I was like, oh, when I was done. But I liked it better than 3, I'd say. Okay, next up, I showed you last week the Weight Watchers punch workout, which you can get in stores. I think you can get it on their website if you're a member. And I think you can get them at the meetings. But I got it at Walmart. And I really like the punch one so much that I decided to give the belly, butt, and thighs a try. I've kind of become obsessed with workout videos. And I actually do them. That's the thing. Who am I? Anyway, so it's a kit. And that's what I like about it. You get all the stuff that you need. The only thing it doesn't come with that I would recommend that you get if you have hardwood floors like I do is a mat. Like, I have a yoga mat. It was a cheap $10 yoga mat from Walmart. I love, like the punch one, it comes with 3 different workouts. You have the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced. So the beginner is still 30 minutes. So it comes with the ball, the exercise ball. This might show you better. The ball, and then there's this ring. You might be like, what in the world is the ring? It's called the stability ring. So most of the time throughout the workout, this girl does not use that ring. Because the ring is there if you're new to using an exercise ball, that it doesn't roll away from you. Because it's ribbed on the ring, so it's not going to slide on the floor. So once you sit down on the ball, it really kind of fills in the ring, and you're not going to slide somewhere. That ball is not going to pop out from under your butt. So, which I think is a great option. It shows a lot of modified stuff, which the other one did too, the punch. There's always kind of a modified one if you can't keep up or if you're just not in shape enough to do it. I liked it. Now, I don't feel I got as much of like a workout from it as I did the punch, but I don't think you're supposed to. It's all about focusing on your core, it's your belly button, your thighs, and I really liked it. I felt it was a really good workout. At first, when I first started off, I'm kind of like, this is kind of cheesy, because you like lift the ball and you move, but that's really only during the warm-up. Otherwise, it's a pretty intense workout. Like I said, I was a little nervous there at the beginning, but it totally redeemed itself. Okay, next up, because I thought, well, I really like the couple Weight Watchers workouts I've gotten from the store. Now, if you join Weight Watchers, you can buy like this whole kit. Denise of the Knitting Den, in her last podcast called Lots of Girly Chatter, showed everything that comes in this little 360 kit. I didn't want to buy the kit. It's $40, and most of the stuff in there I wouldn't need. So why waste my money? But it came out with it has a DVD in the kit. So I went on eBay and I bought just the DVD. I paid $6.95 plus free shipping, and it is called Points Plus Fitness Workout. And it's a sample, because on the Weight Watchers website you can buy a set of 5 discs, and it's a whole kit. I think it's like $40. But I'm like, I don't want to shell out $40 for 5 discs, and I don't know if I'm going to like them. This was okay. It's intense. Like, I was like huffing and puffing and sweating like a pig by the time I was done. And it's a 34-minute workout. What I liked about it is that it has a timer at the bottom with like a little bar, and there's like a halfway mark. So you know when you hit halfway, and it counts down the time. What I didn't like about it is you do the same move over and over, say a squat, for 2 minutes solid. That's exhausting. I want to do it for 30 seconds maybe, kind of like a circuit thing, and move on. That's what these DVDs do. The kits that you buy in the store, you do something a few times and then you add to it and then you move on. And I really like how these are set up. Not so much with these, and I'm really glad I spent $7 to try the sampler than to shell out $40 for the whole set. Because I'll keep doing this a few times to see if I can get the hang of it. But right now, I don't know that I would enjoy the whole set. So for me, this was worth shelling out the $7. I wouldn't pay more than that. Some people have these listed for like $20. I'm like, you might as well buy the whole kit, because you might get something else out of it. Next up, I wanted to share. So Kimberly, Sock Bunny and Knit and Fit, has this new thing she started this month, which you have to get it in by tomorrow, Valentine's Day, to enter for this month. Now, from every March on, you only have until the 7th of every month. But she has these goal calendars, and my printer messed up. Okay, this is before I cleaned the printer. So then I took the printer apart, completely took it apart. Like, the warranty's over with anyways. And this is as good as I could get it. Now, this shirt is supposed to be lime green, and this scarf was lime green, and these socks were lime green, and some of the stuff was gray and black and dark blue jeans. Anyways, so I thought this was really great, and so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a picture of your calendar. You make a calendar, and you put your goals on here, and then you have to put your goal. So my goal is every month I want to lose 5 pounds. I think that's an obtainable goal, and that's what you're supposed to pick, is something that is actually obtainable for you. And then you get to pick your reward. Everyone's reward can be different. So my reward is $10 for every pound lost towards a new wardrobe for my trip in June. So, what's fun is, you know, I can do the same thing every month and switch out the picture. I just went on Pinterest, stole one of those little outfit collage thingies people make. And it can be different every month because obviously I'm not going to go buy these exact clothes. They're probably designer stuff that I can't afford. So I thought if I do this February, March, April, and May, that'll be like $200. So it works down to $12.50 a week. Towards a new wardrobe, which I will hopefully need. So I figure I would like to get, you know, it'll be June, so I'd like to get some shorts, some tank tops, maybe a new pair of sneakers, you know, stuff for my trip. So I just put a weekly goal of £1.25 pounds each week. And so I did not hit it last week because I gained. But this week I lost 2.5 pounds, which put me back on track. So I'm going to hopefully print a better one of these that I'm actually going to put up on my magnet board. And I'm going to put a sticker on here and put a 2. Because then I know I've lost at least 2 pounds and I will have earned $20 towards my goal. And same thing next week. If I've gotten to the 3.75, I will have gained another $10. You know, it makes sense to me. And if I go over, then that's just a bonus. So, that's something I thought was fun and motivating since I am a visual person. Alright, to food. I kind of had a little avalanche because there was such a hit over the lean cuisine salad things and people loving to hear the snacks I find and stuff. So this week I'm going to talk about breakfast for a minute. I love this cereal. It's Kashi Go Lean. And now they have Go Lean Crunch, and it is a very dense, crunchy cereal. This I like. It has 13 grams of protein. So it says as much protein as an egg. I don't know that. I'm thinking of eggs 11 or 12. This might even be more protein than an egg. 10 grams of fiber and only 1 gram of fat in a 1 cup serving. So, what that breaks down to, if you are a calorie counter, for the 1 cup of cereal with no milk, it's 140 calories. If you're doing Weight Watchers, this is 4 points for a cup. Now, I like 2% milk. On the Weight Watchers plan, of course they want you to use skim. I can't do skim. 2% is about as good as it gets. So I add a half a cup of milk to this, which is 2 points. So right now my breakfast is at 6 points. And then I slice up a banana and put it in it. I can't wait till summer and I can put fresh berries in it. Especially blueberries. So it's not a sweet cereal at all. It's not sweet like Honey Nut Cheerios or something like that. It is naturally sweet fiber twigs, soy protein grams, and honey puff cereal. It's good. It's got a little bit of crunch, but it's not too crunchy. I think the Go Lean Crunch feels like it's going to break my teeth. It's so crunchy. But the thing is, when you eat this, once you put the milk in, you need to sit down and eat it because it will go soggy fast. So that's what's for breakfast this week, and I really have been enjoying it. It's with the fruit in it. I had it one day without the fruit, and it was like, it's just not sweet enough. Next up, for a snack, I love these. They're the Jack Link's beef steaks. They come individually wrapped. Now, I like this because this is portion control for me. That's a big problem I have because my husband used to buy, like, the beef jerky in the bag, and I would just, like, eat out of it. So they come individually wrapped. They are, it's, you know, lean. It's 50 calories per stick. And it is 2 Weight Watchers points. And I find it to be very filling because, again, you have 10 grams of protein in one of these. So this is the original. I don't like the teriyaki because I don't like teriyaki anything. So, like I said, this is great for me. I limit myself to 1 of these a day as a snack, usually between lunch and dinner. And I love it. My husband will usually sometimes we'll split a box a week because they're not overly cheap. You get 6 of these for $5 at Walmart, at least our Walmart. If you buy these individually, they have them at the checkout. They're $1 a piece. So it's like getting one free if you buy the box. And then next is desserts. Because let's face it, especially being a girl, sometimes there are days you have to have chocolate. Like, someone's gonna die if I don't get chocolate. So, I saw these in the store when I was grocery shopping, and they were by Weight Watchers, and I thought, well, I'll give them a try. Because they're 2 points per cake. They're these little chocolate cakes, and they have chocolate fudge filling and chocolate on top. They're not very big, though. That's kind of the disappointing thing. Like, they reminded me of Zingers. Zingers are made by Dolly Madison. So look, it's like 3 bites. It's little. The problem is these are really moist. And it's so funny. We had a discussion on a VKN about things being moist, and some people said that's a gross word. And I don't get it, because when I hear the word moist, I think of cake. I don't think of anything gross. But they are. They're a moist cake. They taste chocolatey. They're just not very sweet. I think that's where they lack. Like, you eat it and you just feel like it's missing something. They're good. It's like there's no factor. So, the chocolate in the middle stays, like, really, it's not, like, liquidy, but it is. It's not, like, firm. It's more like a syrup than a cream. Also, they like I said, they're really moist. Like, they kind of leave, like, oil on your fingers or something. They're okay. You get 6 of them for, I think they were at least $3. Maybe a little more than $3, and I can't say this is something I would buy again, because it wasn't satisfying for me. Like, I needed something that, like, when I eat a piece of chocolate, I'm like, oh, it's good. Especially if I've been depriving myself a little bit lately. Which brings me to my next dessert. So then I had seen these at the store. They had these on an end cap. Oh my god. These are the best things in the whole wide world. So they're by Skinny Cow. And they're their Dreamy Clusters, and these are the milk chocolate ones. They also come in dark chocolate, but they didn't have the dark chocolate ones. So, what they are crunchy crisps with creamy caramel drenched in milk chocolate. So, think of a Star Crunch, a Little Debbie Star Crunch, but with a heck of a lot more caramel per crispy and chocolate ratio, and like 10 times more delicious. So, there's Crispies, there's a thick layer of caramel, and then they're coated in chocolate. But they're about the size of a quarter. They're like yay big. They are not this big on the box. They need to have like one in the corner that says actual size, because I was thinking of something like the size of like a turtle, and when I pulled it out, it's little. And you get 5 or 6 per baggie, 6 baggies per box. Now, while the Weight Watchers cakes were 2 points, these are 4. So these are definitely more, in my opinion, on the indulgent end. So, 4 Weight Watchers points, and if you're a calorie counter, they're 120 calories per bag. So I'll take one out. Let me show you. See, they're little bags. They're not very big. But when you really want something chocolatey that's delicious, and you have some extra points or calories left over for the day, or you're budgeting it in, if you're like me, you track every little thing, whether it's calories or points, these are amazing. Like I said, I limit myself to 1 a day, usually after dinner, after the kids go to bed, and I can sit there and I eat these while I knit. Oh, I wish I knew what time it was. I think that's it. I have some cookbooks that I was thinking about showing. Maybe next week if I don't have anything else, because I don't want to take up too much time with all this. And, so, hopefully that helps you out, like I said, with snacks and cereal. Like I said, especially with the kashi, if you're not big on the flavor, they have other flavors. Check them out. We don't allow candy cereals in the house. There is no Lucky Charms here. There's no Fruit Loops. It's all Cheerios, Raisin Bran. I mean, so we always ate healthy cereals to begin with. But the little secret is, I don't like cereal. I don't. It's like fun to have once in a great while. I'm not a cereal person. Now my husband would eat cereal every day for a snack. Twice a day, possibly. And it's just not me. So I had to find something that was quick and easy in the morning for me, and yet still within my points. And I still wanted something healthy. So that was the answer to my dilemma. And like I said, definitely put some fruit in there. I'm using bananas right now. I'll use blueberries. I've been thinking when peaches come into season, that might be good too. So, and a huge thank you to all of those who have been recommending workout DVDs or other foods that you have found that you like that have worked. Like I said, the response has been amazing, and I thank you all so much for your support, because that helps me. I'm not doing Weight Watchers meetings. I'm doing them online. So I think sometimes there is a lack of that connection with people and the encouragement, and the people on Plurk and Ravelry have more than made up for that, and I thank you so much, because you all are helping me just as much as I am helping you, if not more at times. So that's it for me this week. I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, and Weight Watchers. Why not, right? So, until next week, I will see you then. Bye.